Flory Models daily vlog. Here we are on Friday the 26th of February 2016 and the end of a great week. To be honest, this week has been a funny one for me because I'm trying to finish everything off. Usually I have models on the go and they're at different sort of positions and at different stages of the build and things like that. But this week I really wanted to push on and get them all completely finished. I've got a clean week next week, so we can push straight on then with the two next builds. So that's going to be on with the airliner for the 787. And we're going to crack on with the Halifax with a conversion job. So as I said, it was quite nice to be able to get everything done. So I pushed on with this, and you know, as you might know, I love the weathering stage. You know, it doesn't matter if it's armour, if it's aircraft or naval, whatever it is, I do like to weather them. And as I say, it's quite nice that we've gone back old school on this one to use the weathering wash. And as I said, and I say in the summing up of this particular build, it's one of those things that I know I'm biased, and I know obviously, you know, I make money from it. There is a financial gain of doing this and all the rest of it. But using the wash is so much easier than everything else I do. Last year, you might remember, I hardly used the wash on any of my builds, on armour especially, because I wanted to try other people's products, other ways, just standard oils and all the rest of it, just to see. And a lot of that is drawn by price as well. Obviously things are expensive, materials are expensive, products are expensive. So by doing things the cheap way, i.e. just bog standard oil paints that aren't branded and all the rest of it, and giving those a whirl and different things, and just buying weathering sets and just seeing what we can do with those and all bits and pieces. And I still maintain it's cheaper just to go out and buy a couple of washes. And you know, I am biased because obviously I used black wash on this one and the grime. That's the only two colours that went down on this. And we can do all the effects that you normally do with different types of products. Okay, so, you know, the thing we got down here, obviously pin washing, check, we can do that with the wash. Grime all over, check, we can do that with the wash, we did that. Streaking effects, check, we did that. You know, your normal type of grime effects, check. Chipping, something I don't think I've shown with you before because it's very rare I can actually do it, but this one we can. So we did chipping effects. So i.e. with it, you wash your model, do it all completely, you give it a flat coat, let that dry completely with an acrylic, okay? Then come back in with water and chip the hell out of it, and it works an absolute treat with it, because what happens is the clay underneath acts like chipping fluid. As soon as it gets hydrated, it peels off, okay, and it removes, you know, it just basically rolls away, and you get that nice sort of chipping thing. I don't know if you can see on the video that's running now on this one, but it's a great little technique, and to do it on armour or on vehicles, and as I say, I know the train guys use it a lot because you get that type of grime effects with it and all the different bits and pieces, but generally it was nice to go back to how I like to work. And to be honest, as I say, it might seem unbiased and all the rest of it for it, but I did invent it for a reason, and it was to make things easier. Don't forget, when I did the wash and it came up with the idea, I never had any intention whatsoever to flog it. It was never ever supposed to be a product. It was just something for me, so when I did commission work, I could weather wash an aircraft or armour, whatever it is, and get it in and out within hours, rather than messing around with all the traditional techniques and everything else. And if it goes wrong, let's face it, it did a lot, I could just wash it off and start again. And that was the whole point to it, to make it something as simple, quick and easy, okay? So as I say, it sort of got out of hand and now we sell it. So, but generally it went great on this particular kit, and something that I love to do. So I had a lot of fun playing around with it and all the different techniques, washing it off with the pressure washer effect with an airbrush, and then obviously reapplying, taking away, and all the different bits and pieces to make what I think has turned out to be an absolute fantastic job on what I think is the coolest bit of armour I've built. I know I say about it, I love the Merkaba, that was a great tank, but this is definitely way, way cooler. And actually, I'm quite disappointed it's come to an end. And it's very rare that I would say this, but I would build another one of these tomorrow and do it in a different scheme, because I loved working on it. It was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect kit, but it was a lot of fun to do. But as soon as you get the painting stage and you're going to go with that, then away you go and everything is happy days. And it really is a lot of fun. So thoroughly enjoyed that one. The last part of that is going to be up with you next week, and then obviously on Wednesday, and that will complete that build. And then the following week, then we'll be cracking on with the others. MIG's out of the way as well. The MIG's all done. The last part of that will be up with you on Monday. So there's still plenty of different bits and pieces to see with these. Today's kit review, as I say, normally we're going to do this, so Thursday will be a kit review and then Friday will be a kit review as well. So there's only one today. So this is the Kinetics Super Etendard. To be honest, yes, we are a little bit disappointed. It's got what I think is quite a flaw with the kit, as in it's a kit of two halves. I say this, and I'm not going to give you any more, just go and watch the review, because it literally is a kit of two halves. And I can't understand why they've done it like that. But anyway, that said, it is what it is. It is a wing folded, very detailed super étendard, which you can do from the 1980s schemes right bang up to date and all the rest of it. And seeing as I was, privileged enough to see this guy fly last year, probably for the last time I'll see one airball, because we know they're retiring them now and all the rest of it. So unfortunately, one of those aircraft that has not been a main aircraft. It's not something that you look at and go, oh, it's an étendard, because the chances are most of us will see it fly and go, what the hell was that? Okay, but it's one of those aircraft that has been just below F-16s and Tornadoes and Jaguars, and it's just gone along through its entire career very sort of quietly. But it has been in all the major conflicts. It was doing support roles in Afghanistan and stuff like that to bring it bang up to date. And obviously it was throwing Exocet missiles around like a good one, and one of the deadliest platforms known to man in the 80s. But still, it's one of those aircraft that is probably known for the wrong reasons, i.e. with Exocet, but in some ways it was doing its job, and it did it extremely well. It was doing what it was designed to do. Okay, and at the end of the day, it's not the aircraft's fault, let's face it, and it is a beautiful aircraft. And as I say, it's just a little bit something wrong with that kit, and I think I found it and I mentioned about it, but it's one of those slightly quirky things which is somewhat annoying. Okay, but anyway, go and watch a review and you can see about that one. As I said, it's definitely on one of my bucket list kits to build, because I just love the French stuff. It's very nice, that and the Mirage and the Raphael, beautiful looking aircraft. It's like the French do this thing and it's like, oh, give it some nice curves and lines and it will look lovely, and they all do. So really nice aircraft to do with that one. Did promise you we'd have a quick look around the forum today. To be honest, I'm running massively late because it is 5:15, so we're not going to have total time today. But what I will do is grab my little mouse. Just going to give you a quick heads up on some of the stuff that's going on at the moment. Where are we? Modelling various things. Group builds. Here we go. Okay, so just a summary on what's going on at the moment. Obviously, I Must Be an Animal is our current group build for medals and all the goodies that go along with this one. It's going to last 6 months. We've currently got 225 entries in that one. Great one, guys. Got until the 19th of June with that, so still got plenty of time, and there is some amazing stuff going on with that build. As soon as I've done the airliner, because I don't think it's going to take too long, to be honest, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to do the Osprey. Okay, that's going to be my entry into that one. World War I tanks. So our armoured one has started now. This is the dawn of the new age, which, as we spoke about, is the early armour. So that's going to run until the 28th of May. Being a SIG, obviously there's no medals, nothing else like that. But obviously kudos to everyone who takes part in it, and it's only going to last 3 months. All right. As I was correctly pointed out by the team, who everyone forgot, Easter's early this year. So obviously the Easter SIG is going to start tomorrow, okay? So this is our famous Easter egg extravaganza and all the terrible jokes we do year after year. I think this must be our 6th year of doing this. 6 or 7 years we've been doing this now. Basically, it all started with I'll tell you what I can do, just because it happens to be hand to hand. This is Mel's entry from many moons ago, must be 4 years ago now, when she actually did the Ladybug. Okay, so these are the Hasegawa egg planes. Now, we're not totally on, it has to be a Hasegawa egg plane. It can be any egg related item. So we've had submarines in the past, we've had spaceships, we've had, you name it, we've had it. As long as it is an egg shape. This doesn't mean you can use Meng's new collection of quirky, shall we say, sort of animated looking bombers. They're not egg planes. It has to be an egg plane or armour or submarine, ships, whatever it is, but it has to be egg shaped. Okay, that is the point. There's plenty of different things out there and all the different bits and pieces that go with it. As I say, we've been doing this years, and sometimes there is absolutely amazing work that goes into something so small. Let's just put it like that. In the past, we've had amazing job. We've had X-Wings like it. We've had submarines completely scratch built. We had a Typhoon once completely scratch built out of one as well. So some amazing jobs. Make them as colourful and as wacky and as brilliant as you can, because that's what it's all about. This one is purely supposed to be a bit of fun, okay? But we do have to say, because it has been asked, that these new Meng range, I can't remember what they're called now, but they do these sort of, bubble shaped bombers and things like that. technically they're not an egg plane, so they do not count. Okay, so it has to be an egg plane of some description or egg based. So if it's not egg shaped, it doesn't count. It's as simple as that. Okay, but you are free to scratch build, do whatever you want. Full conversions we've seen in the past where literally you've started off with one of these egg shaped things and then glue bits to it and all the rest of it, and you've come up with some great ideas. So that is going to start tomorrow. You've only got limited time on that one. It's usually a month if I'm right. Yeah, it's going to end 27th of March. Okay, so that one is as we go with there. Seeing Double. Okay, that is the next one that's going to start up as well. That's going to start on the 5th of March. It's going to then run to the 26th of June. 2 seats actually in the cockpit. Now, as I say, Hans has done the rules for this. It's very simple. Basically, it is for 2-seater cockpit aircraft. Okay, that's it. So you can have as many seats as you like in the back, but as long as the cockpit is 2 seats. Okay, I think that's how we worked it. Let me just check on the have we done the rules on this? Seeing Double, I don't know if he's done the rules yet. Rules? This is good to do. You should read this. Say I should, I haven't. Okay, Seeing Double. Any era of country, any conflict, civilian, twin cockpits, i.e. must have no more, no less than 2 seats within the airframe. Just seats. The seats can be used for gunnery, observation, instructor, navigator, bomber, any scale out of the box, aftermarket. Triple seaters and 4-seaters are excluded. Okay, so no prowlers. So think of it like an A6 Intruder. 2 seats, fine. 4 seats, forget it. Okay, Hornets, the F series, fine. Echoes, no. Okay, so just see it like that. Can be instructional aircraft, fighter bombers, navigation types, arrangements, dioramas are allowed, and all the rest of it. Have a look at the rules on that. Any queries on it and all the rest of it, then you're absolutely fine. But as I say, it can only have 2 seats. Okay, that is simply it. Seeing Double, it's a 2-seater. All right, so just see it like that. Very simple. So that's about it for this week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the Q&As on Tuesday. Live show this Tuesday coming. If I can get the boys all in, we'll all be in for that one. Hopefully Hans will be joining us this week. I did have a conflab with him yesterday for a couple of hours, and hopefully he's going to be able to join us for an hour or two next Tuesday night as well. So we'll see him with that one. So great work this week. Some fantastic stuff in the gallery. I'm sorry I can't put everybody's in because obviously we didn't do it last week either. So I've just picked a random handful from the galleries to put in because obviously otherwise it will run for ages. All right. So until next week, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.